We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin. And today, faithful acolytes, we take a look at this. And what this is from Mexico, Lindo. It is the XXXtra hot salsa de chile habanero. And we've got a tatemado. So I don't know, does that mean the smoked? I'm not sure what tatemado means, but very well done packaging, I will say this. And they meant it plastic, right? So you can't break it, you can take it with you. Designed to be portable. Really, really smart packaging. I'm digging what they do here. It's supposedly a non-BPA, if anyone out there is worried about that. But we're, of course, everything's going to kill you at one point or another, so. All right, 4 ingredients. We have water, habanero pepper puree, which is the tatemado habanero pepper. We've got salt, acetic acid, phosphoric acid, sodium benzoate, sodium metasulfide, xanthan gum, spices, citric acid, F, D, and C, yellow, number 6. So this actually does contrast a bit with the website ingredients, which have a habanero puree, as this one has, but then it also lists separately the tatemado habanero plus pepper, which I'm assuming is just a black ground pepper. You can see we've got some black particles here, so I'm assuming some fire roasting was in play at one point or another. It's got a nice thickness to it. Of course, the xanthan gum does a really, really swell job of that. We've got, what is this? Castillo? In the written review available in the description down below, I do mention that this is from Cordial SA, which I don't see on here. How very odd. So maybe this was part of Castillo and they were bought by Cordial? I have no idea. All right, anyway, you can see a lot of particulates here. In the spoon, it's got a very, I would almost say, tending towards a Malay-ish sort of look here to it a little bit. Got the jiggle, the old xanthan gum jiggle. You can see there is a lot of bits and pieces in here. I think this is a pretty nice looking sauce though. It's got this brownish with flecks of black. There's some flecks of red in there as well. Very pretty. It looks like it might be a banger, just looking at the sauce. If I saw this, I'd say, okay, that's probably the hot one. And so depending on the source, you can see this is, and I mentioned this in the review as well, the source, depending on that, you could be looking at either 82,000 SHU or 83,200, just depending, which is very respectable. That's on the upper side, certainly, for Mexican style sauces. No question about that. But okay, well, let's just get on into this. A lot of bits in there. Really, the first taste you get is habanero. It's a very, very pleasant habanero. To me, this is kind of a sauce that I think introduces well as pepper, because this is really the best of what a pepper flavor can be, I think, is in something like this. Very, very on the upper high end, certainly, of what that pepper is capable of. And I've not habitually been a big fan of habanero. although my custom Mexican sauce blend, which you can find right here on the Fundamentals of Heat in the sauce playlist, if you care to peruse that, is based very heavily on habanero. This, which I would say is maybe the second or third best Mexican style sauce I've had that's a commercial sauce. Just overall, actually, small batch versus commercial even. Very, very heavy on habanero again. So habanero is a pepper I did not originally love, but I've kind of grown to be somewhat fond of over time. And it's because of sauces like this that really just bring out the best of what that sauce is. One of the things that kind of irritates me though is you can see this label is black all the way on the bottom. And the problem with that is that it's hard to tell how far down you're getting in the bottle. I'd say I've used maybe probably 40% of this or so, give or take. It'll be down quite a bit towards the end of this. Just because I really loved using this sauce. I do. I like this sauce a lot. And this is going to be a good backup. My sauce requires me to go to BYT, to burn your tongue, and to get a couple different sauces that Roger keeps on the shelves there. But I'm not super close to one of those locations, so I have to travel and make it kind of a trip out of it. And this one I haven't seen around, but this one I might order just to kind of have as a backup for one of those times when I can't quite get up to where Rogers is. It works really well as that, but for those of you who don't want to get into that sort of thing, this could be a very solid standalone Mexican style sauce for you as well. And it's commercial. It's you see it in a lot of different places. It is competing with the El Yucatecos of the world out there, which you see pretty much everywhere. This particular thing, if you like the Black Label Reserve from El Yucateco, this is I think what they were trying to go for and missed pretty wildly with that sauce. But, all right. So today, we're going to make a burrito. And gotta have a little Chaz. And refries. Refries go super well with this sauce. And what I've got here is basically, it's unflavored pulled pork from Kroger. And it's nice. I looked at the carnitas, but I'm kind of tired of the flavoring of the carnitas. And I'm lazy, it's summer right now. I don't want to be bothered with grilling because it's hot, and I'm actually taking a break for it because, I'm at this point you kind of get to the point where if you're me, you have a lot of the same types of stuff on the grill over and over again. And you get really hot and heavy in the beginning, and then you have it so often, you have it so much that you're like, man, I need a break. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm taking a break. Anyway, so refrieds. Not sure why I showed you the empty bowl. Refrieds, like it matters. It's not like I sauced it up and I'm trying to show you that. Oh. Doing a lot of these videos, and sometimes I get a head fog and my brain doesn't work right. That was one of those times. So anyway. All right. So let's season up our. This has a restrictor cap built in, but it also. So one of the advantages I think this has is I don't mind the restrictor cap because this is also a soft enough plastic that you can squeeze to get more of if you need. But so there we dolled this up, and let's throw the Chaz on next to see if we can get. It's probably not going to melt. I don't think this is going to be hot enough to melt it, but trying to get a little warmth into it here. So let's throw the Chaz on. Chaz isn't the big focus here. I just like it as an accent. So it's almost like it. Look, it's like I'm making pizza. And I probably have already screwed this up, and I probably won't be able to roll it, but we're gonna try. Okay, let's get some of this. This pulled pork here. This I think works better because it's got just a little hint of smokiness to it, but it's otherwise not really flavored because I presume they may use to throw one of the mini Kroger sauces, barbecue or otherwise, onto it. Obviously, I won't be doing that. Alright. Put some of this on here. This is just a nice sauce. I really like what they did here with this. Very, very solid. This will last me a while too, because I still have some of my own concoction left. But even with having my own concoction, it is by far the best Mexican style sauce I've ever had. It's the one I've devised. Even with that though, I mean, you get tired of everything, right? Oh, look at that. Yeah, look at that. Cooked a little bit of beans out the side, that's alright. That's a pretty well done burrito, I must say. Look at that. Let's just sit and admire my burrito. So lovely. Such a nice rolling job I did. Some days I get it right. Some days I do. Some days I get it right. Practice makes better. I eat burritos all the time. So these are the fiber tortillas. And it's an easy way to get fiber, and of course as you get older it becomes more important. So usually I overstuff them. I'm bad with that because I am like, oh, hey, more goodies, more things. I get these larger ones. That means I can put more stuff in, right? Then of course I wind up having tacos that fall apart. Man, what a fantastic, this is so good. I did mention in the written review, that's a really good sauce. I interrupted myself, sorry. I'm apologizing to who? This is a crazy video, what can I say? But as I mentioned in the written review, this goes together with light meats extremely well. With this pulled pork, it is just stunning, especially with the beans. Sometimes what I'll do, when I was testing this, I went to Del Taco. I got a bunch of stuff actually, but I got 2, the beef tacos, soft shell, 2 hard shell. And then I combined, and I think I might have actually done this on camera, and if not, I'll do it again soon. I'm sure if I do another Mexican style sauce, but. So I took the tortilla, and I got a side of refrieds. I put the refrieds on the soft shell, dumped the contents of the soft shell into the hard shell, and then basically made myself a double decker using this. And that was just lovely. Not as good as this though. Man. This is one of the top burritos I think I've made, actually. It's the Rosita jalapeno, spicy jalapeno refrieds if anyone wants to make this themselves. Cheese is Colby Jack, but you could use Mexican queso, you could use cheddar is what I would normally use. Colby Jack actually works really well though. My goodness, this is a good burrito. Holy moly. I didn't shred the chunks quite enough there. Absolutely phenomenal. It's almost like it's almost like it's a bridge between a red sauce and a green sauce, if that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, go to Del Taco, get one of the regular red sauce bean burritos, get one of the regular green sauce bean burritos, and then get this, and you can add it to both and compare and contrast. But this really feels like kind of a bridge between those two styles. Yeah, I can't say it's one or the other particularly. Getting it's a nice pleasant, low smolder burn. Even with all that I just ate. Very, very well done. When I first opened this, I'll tell you, I was so thrilled. I just ate a bunch of it all right in a row. And it almost kind of keeps getting better. This is okay for most of these sauces on here, on the blog and on this channel. I don't get a lot of repeats, mainly because it's not really the nature of this. I just kind of cycle through and get different stuff, but every once in a while something will stick out, and I'll think to myself, I really should buy more of that. This is kind of where this one is lending itself for me right now. I really feel like at the conclusion of this, I should just go order more of this. This is a really, really good sauce. Like I said, as far as commercial Mexican styles, this is got to be in the top 2, maybe 3 for me ever. And I've had a lot of them. I mean, you can see on the blog, you can see on this channel. I've gone through a lot of different style sauces, including Mexican style sauces. And this one is just really, really fantastically well done. I mean, there's nothing else I can say about it. Buying this on Amazon means it costs about twice as much as it normally would. Usually these are $2 or $3, and if you can find them in stores. So that might be the thing. I might have to actually go quest to maybe a Dollar General or something like that, see if I can dig up some of these, or maybe the Mexican market, because this was just a fantastic sauce. What else can I say about it? So there you have it. The Mexico Lindo XXXtra hot. What do we call this? Tatemado Habanero sauce. Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.